G'day folks, this is part 2 of a 2-part series. In the last video I went yabbying. I caught 31 yabbies. Quite a few of those are big enough to cook. So in this video I'm going to be cooking those yabbies, and I'm not cooking them the traditional way of boiling them in water with lemon like I did last time. I'm cooking them in my Tandoor oven. Rightio, for those of you that don't know what my Tandoor oven is or haven't seen my other Tandoor videos, this is my Tandoor oven here. What it is, this was sent to me by Artisan Tandoors. Basically, it's an old-fashioned oven. You light a fire in the bottom, you treat it like a fire drum and get a big fire going in it. Then you let the fire burn right down to a heap of coals in the bottom, hot coals. Once there's no flame left, there's a number of ways you can put food in there. But on this occasion I'm going to be putting my yabbies on this rack and lowering them down into the tandoor to bake over the hot coals. Then I'll put the lid on. So I'm essentially baking yabbies. I've never ever baked yabbies in my life, so this is a first for me. Now here's my yabbies here. They're still in the dirty water in which I caught them. They're not huge, but there's a lot of them around about that size. They're quite a good size. Now when I boil them, I normally just throw them into the boiling hot water one at a time, or two at a time, then let the water come back up to the boil, then I put a few more in for an instant kill. But because I'm not boiling them, I'm going to have to kill these humanely before I can put them in the tandoor. So I will euthanize these before I cook them, then I'll lay them on these trays, then I'll lower them into the tandoor. But first thing first, I've got to actually light the tandoor, start building up some coals. I'll just a heap of, scrunch up some newspaper here. Put a heap of that in the bottom. Another little trick that I use is that I bring a toilet roll out with me, so that if the fire's not catching properly and I'm running out of paper, I can quickly scrunch up some toilet paper, throw it in and just keep the heat up, and that'll often help keep the fire going until it catches. Now some kindling. I've just split all this up a minute ago. Put the smallest bits in first, so that they're on the bottom, so that they catch the quickest. Then move up to the larger bits, and these largest bits go up on the top. Rightio, the papers are light. Just gotta wait for the paper to burn down, the fire to catch. There's air getting in here through the bottom hole. You still see the matches are burning there. Once I'm ready to start cooking, I'll put this plug in there, choke the airflow and just reduce it to coals. Rightio, now the wood's burning. I'll let that die down a bit, then I'll start putting some bigger logs on. Start building up some hot coals. Has a certain ambience about it, this tandoor oven. I love it. Once the fire in the tandoor starts to die down a bit, I'll put these 4 on and I'll let them catch fire, then burn down, and these are going to be the source of my hot coals. There's already a few in there. Just let it die down a bit. Right, it's starting to die right down in there, and also you can see the walls inside the tandoor there are going white. That's how you know it's hot enough. They go black when you first light the fire, and then they eventually go white when it just gets insanely hot. So as that burns down a bit more, I'll crush those coals up and they're a little bit softer, a little bit more burnt. Then I'll put the plug in the hole there at the bottom. That'll choke the air from beneath, simmer it down to a few coals, then I'll put the yabbies in. Right, now look at that, a heap of hot coals. That's what we want, because that's what we're going to cook over. That's ready to go. What I'm going to do now is put the shit of some heat in there. Ooh. I'm going to put the plug in and choke the airflow, then I'm going to put the yabbies in. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Rightio, now I've got about I've got 15 yabbies on there. I'm lowering them into the tandoor oven right now, and I'm going to put the lid on. Right, yeah, the yabbies are down there, the hot coals are on the bottom. I'll close it up. I don't know how long to give them. I reckon I'll give them a good 20 minutes or more. Right, yeah, I've got about 15 yabbies in there cooking right now. I reckon I'll give them at least 20 to 25 minutes. I don't know, this is an experiment, so I'm not really sure. What I'll probably do after about 15 minutes is I'll open the little door at the bottom just to get some air flowing back in underneath, just to heat the coals up, maybe produce a bit more smoke, and that'll put a bit of a smoky flavour through the meat. Now those yabbies are not alive, they are all euthanized. Right folks, let's check these yabbies. I reckon they've, I didn't actually open that bottom hatch like I was going to, because they've been in for about 20 minutes. Ugh, that might be overdone. I might have stuffed them up. Maybe next time they'll need less. You can see here that I've euthanized them before I put them in. I didn't show too much of that, but folks, I think I've overdone it. I think they are overdone. Look at that one. This could be the biggest fail, the biggest cooking fail in YouTube history, I think. My God, they're light. There is no moisture in them. I gave them 20 minutes. I think I probably should have given them about 5. Well, let's see if there's, is there actually any meat still? Oh yeah, there's still meat in there. No, maybe it's not as much of a fail as I first thought. Very hard to shell. Very hard to shell, but there is still meat in there. There you go. Might need to go and get a bowl. Oh, it's hard to get the meat out though. It's a taste test. Tastes very nice. The taste itself is fine, but that's the only thing that's fine. I've got issues otherwise. Alright folks, I'm going to attempt to eat some of these, and then I'm going to get back to you with a bit of a recap on how this experiment went. Rightio folks, the final result from the yabby catch and cook in the tandoor is that it was an epic fail. It was just terrible. That's got to be the biggest cooking fail on YouTube ever. I put them in for too long, they were too hot. The meat tasted okay, but they were that dry and dehydrated that the meat stuck to the shell and I couldn't get the meat off the shell. I hardly salvaged any meat. Everything was just obliterated. I nuked them pretty much. Next time I do a yabby catch and cook, folks, I'm not going to use the tandoor. I love the tandoor, great for meat. In fact, if you have a look in here now, I have, you mightn't be able to see because it's a bit dark. I've got some sausages in there. Because there's still a few hot coals down the bottom and there's still a lot of heat in there, I've just chucked some snags straight back on the tray and put the tray straight back in where it was. They will come out a treat. But as for yabbies in the tandoor, thumbs down. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I promise next time I cook yabbies I'll do a better job.